Мамаша спряталась, такая сидит, расставила свои ноги, отдыхает.
Вроде тропические животные, зачем им такая густая шерсть? Каково им в жаре? Потом постели.
Они обнимаются, да?
А эти обнимают.
Я не знаю почему, но он не работает.
Ничего себе. Такой побежал, дыш-дыш. Махла такая.
Пустили меня.
А я так плюшками балуюсь. Сейчас опять, видишь, такой ходит аккуратно вокруг.
Они могут туда спускаться?
Куда?
Все, они уже наобнимались.
А он сюда не может подняться?
Сюда нет, здесь отвес, ну, отрицательный
Осел
отвес.
Ага, смотри, такая уселась. Что-то сосет там или грызет палочку.
Не вижу. Ой, вы смотри, как она забывалась.
Да. Куда-то ворык, да, залезла.
С 57-го года это ей.
Прежде чем вмешаться в дела горилла, внимательно туда. Вон туда вот.
Что, здесь ходит
Камила. Камила.
Камила 7-го года.
О,
Почти что
на
моя
год старше меня.
Наша ровесница Камила.
Шар, да? Вот на нем бы классно
Да.
полетать. Ну, хотя я боюсь.
Вон тут вот.
Классно.
Классно, да?
Это экскурсия, да, на воздушном шаре. Может быть, здесь в Сафари-парке заказать.
Ой, я вот всегда мечтала с детства, но я так боюсь высоты.
Я
не
боюсь
знаю.
высоты.
Орлы прилетели.
Тут кругом такие таблички. Да-да-да. Виктор нам подсказал, вот, что здесь для вашей безопасности лучше идите подальше.
Выбраться.
Да, кругом опасность подстерегает.
Сними мою хоть киргизскую футболку-то еще
Давай,
больше
давай.
не снимали.
Кыргызстан.
Кыргызстан.
И со
From
всякими
Кыргызстан.
оленями. Это кто у тебя там?
Ну, это не знаю, их какие-то рисунки наскальные.
Вот Света к нам с Витей приехали. С Никиткой. Гуляем по Сафари-парку. Погодка. Как тебе, Свет, погодка?
Погодка классная.
Уже разгулялась, да?
Да. После нашего спокойно.
С утра было прохладно, да? Вот сейчас.
Ну, утром, да. Утром мы встали, мы сразу кофты, штаны. Сейчас хорошо уже.
Так, что у нас здесь? Не входить. Все,
Press and hold that yellow strip, it'll get
сидим
my
в самом
attention up front and I'll call a medic for you.
впереди.
If you're seated in the first car and you're still looking for those yellow strips, good luck. They're not there. We have this nifty little window here. Bang on it, yell me, they'll get my attention. Otherwise, for the courtesy of those around you, please silence your cell phones and sit back, relax, and enjoy the view. And what a view it is coming up over our left-hand side. Nice tower of giraffe over in the palm tree forest. They're hanging out near lots of antelope and gazelles and bird species all up and down the grassy hills. Now this is just a quick preview of the field to your left. We will be back this way in a few minutes to spend some more time with them. I do want to note we're going to have animals on either side of us though. So if you're looking over your right hand side, look underneath the shade of the trees and you'll find a cheetah family. Mom, you're finding out here, that's Addison. She's a first-time mom doing a great job. She has 4 little ones with her, 2 boys and 2 girls. Now folks in the back, I know you don't have a great view yet of these cheetah. We're going to keep inching on forward here for you just like this. If anyone wants to stand up, take a picture, feel free to do so. Just please hold on. And then once we start to accelerate, please take your seats again. Now something you might notice about these cheetah is that they have these black spots that run all the way up and down their bodies from their heads down to their tails. That's going to help the cheetah to camouflage. Now the way this works, keep in mind when you're looking at an animal or an object, you actually look at the outline of its body. So if it has these black spots, that's going to help. Well, in the far, far ground, you might spy some giraffe. In meeting ground, antelope, gazelles, and ostrich all up and down the grassy hillside.
Вот, друзья,
And in the
тренируйте свой
foreground, in the
английский.
water, up on the
Слушайте.
mainland and over on the island, great white and Dalmatian pelicans. Now what is it that we are doing with all this land and all these animals? Well, we are a breeding facility. We have been very successful as one. Throughout these 1,800 acres, on average, we'll have a baby born here about once a day. So babies are your passion, keep your eyes open. I will do my best to point them out to you. Now the moms out here are raising their youngsters just like they would in the wild, passing on different defense and survival strategies which will allow these animals to be candidates for reintroduction. And once it's safe to do so, we will reintroduce these animals into their native environment. We have been successful at reintroducing about 30 different species so far. Light brown coat color. That's going to help them blend in more with the surroundings. As they mature, they'll come in their adult coloration. The adult females in this herd have that medium shade of brown, and the adult male, he's got that dark brown, almost jet black coat. Now this is an example of sexual dimorphism, where the adult males look different from the adult females. And you'll find that among species where they come from environments where there's a lot of resources out there. A lot of resources to support a lot of males. So if that male wants to impress the lady, he's got to do something other than just survive. So he puts on the nearly jet black coat. Now that'll make him not only more visible to the ladies, but also any predators out there. And now he's more visible to the predators and still alive. That will impress the ladies. So there's reasons to blend in. There's reasons to stand out. Courtship being one of them. Also coming up in the foreground to our left, shaggy brown animals with a white elliptical mark around their tails are ellipsin water buffs. The white elliptical mark you're seeing here is also referred to as a follow me mark. Nearly every species out here has some sort of following mark. It's usually in contrasting colors like black and white or brown and white, and usually on the hindquarters of the individual, to allow the individual animal to stand out just a little bit. Because you don't want to blend in so much to your surroundings that your herd mates can't find you. So take a look for some of these following marks as we continue to make our way throughout the field. They might be as bold as a white elliptical mark around your tail. It might be as neutral as a black tail on a neutral colored coat, like you're seeing on the wildebeest, also known as white bearded geese, over on our left.
Так трется один об другого. О, смотри, как много там.
In the foreground to our left, large tan animals are Patterson's elands. This might be the best view we have of them, so I want to point them out. Elands are one of the most adaptive animals out there. They can be found in all different types of terrain and
Жираф,
elevation.
Лила, смотри. Вон. Справа. Да, красавица. Вон они кушают.
Also coming up on our left-hand side, you know the big animals. Those are giraffes. Besides giraffes to be exact, each of the different breeds of giraffe have a slightly different coat pattern on them, but for camouflage purposes it all works the same way. The darker spots on their coats will help them blend in with the shadows that the trees' leaves make on the ground, and the lighter parts on their coats will help the giraffe blend in with the light that comes through those trees' leaves. So as the giraffe stand underneath the shade of a tree, not only will the shape of their body blend in with the architecture of that tree, they'll also blend in with the shadow and the light. So here's the giraffe, very close to you on the ground, or to our left. And if you're looking at the ground, you'll notice some of the shadows, the patterns that the trees make on the ground, the giraffe are going to blend into. Now hanging out near our giraffe friends, purplish gray animals are gemsbok. They have babies nearby. So if you're looking at the giraffe that's in the foreground, go to the tree behind it. There's the main gemsbok herd, and come to the next tree over on the right, and you'll find little baby gemsbok in light tan. A lot of these babies do have a lighter coat color compared to mom and dad when they're first born, help them blend in more with their surroundings. Even if that means being born a completely different color. The babies are in light tan, moms are in purple gray. Also near those gemsies. In fact, there's only 5 northern white rhinos left in the entire world. We're very fortunate to have Nola here at the park. There's 1 in the Czech Republic and 3 in Kenya. That is it. One of the things we're trying to do here is trying to figure out what's causing these populations of animals to decline. With rhino species, and that's all rhino species out there, the main cause of decline is us, humans. There's a lot of cultures out there that believe the rhino's horn has some medicinal properties or aphrodisiac properties, or as a status symbol. Now, I'm glad the bongo antelope are out and about over on our right-hand side. They're usually very, very shy, hiding out in the furthest reaches of this enclosure where we generally don't get a chance to see them. So I'm glad they're out there for us to see today. Then also coming over to the right-hand side, over on the island, pink-backed pelicans and West African crown cranes, and up slope to the left of the island, 2 tone tan animals are lechwe. So great views all the way around. Just take it on in. About 800, 900 acres to protect and preserve the plant animals that live right here in California. That you're looking up today or walking around the park a little bit around. You might find some of the native Californians, like California mule deer, bunny rabbits, roadrunners, and lizards. So definitely take a look for them as well. Now,
Мы тоже беспокоились, оказывается, тут все безопасно, беззаботно.
With 1.75 million different plants. So definitely enjoy that variety as you continue to make your way around the park today. We do have some beautiful gardens out here, especially over by Condor Ridge, with an epiphytum house and a bonsai house. So definitely check those out if you get a chance to do so.
Ева, это моя лапка. Нравится тебе? Да? Аккуратно.
Well, folks, you might be noticing we are now up on top of the hillside, where before we were down in the valley. By the way, if you want to see a California mule deer, there is one upslope to our right, making its way to the bushes going the opposite direction we're going. And then downslope on our left, shaggy tan animals on the sandy hillside are Udan, also known as Barbary sheep. Hopefully your eyes are adjusting seeing camouflage animals, as those Udan blend in super well. Also coming down over on our left-hand side, there's a island, and coming up on our right, white animals with the brown scarves around their necks are scimitar and horned oryx, and ginormous cows are Angolan cattle. Now the cows you're seeing here are the only domestic species we have out here in the field. One of the ways you can tell they're domestic is by looking from individual to individual. Their coat patterns are different. Wild animals, like the white ones you're seeing, from individual to individual, their coat patterns are very similar. Scimitar and horned oryx, by the way, very highly desert adapted animals. The white coat will help reflect the heat of the sun, and they can live out in the desert. They can actually go their entire lives without drinking a single drop of water. Very highly desert adapted. They do still need water, they'll get moisture from the plants they eat, and by licking the warning dew off their coats.
Такое специальное приспособление для инвалидных колясок. Сейчас Никитка на коляске выйдет из автобуса. Видите, как все продумано.
И никто не нервничает по этому поводу. Да. Люди очень с положительными эмоциями относятся друг к другу.
Да, вот тут тоже колесо заблокировали, чтобы случайно не поехал автобус. Ну как тебе, Ева, понравилось? Да, лапка моя. Вот так мы прокатились.
Я не знала. Отец, теперь покажешь.
Center stage, think of her like the African version of a chicken. You also saw Bruiser, our yellow-billed hornbill. He flew out at you 3D style. A whole lot of pink birds crossing our stage. They look kind of like miniature flamingo, right? They're not. But they get that pink coloration the same way. It's from the food that they eat. They're called scarlet ibis, by the way. And 2 troublemakers you couldn't have missed. They flew all the way overhead. Their names are Thelma and Louise, yeah. And speaking of trouble, guys, you saw them. Hi, this is one of the most beautiful species of pigeon found in the world. They are native to the islands of Papua New Guinea. And they are enormous. This is the largest kind of pigeon found in the world. These beautiful birds have a little bit of a problem out there in the wild. You see, they're so calm and docile by nature, and they hang out a lot on the ground, so people in their native habitats like to take these guys home for dinner. I know, but you guys are helping out because we have a breeding program right here for these beautiful birds. In fact, if you want to see Victor's parents, you can check them out at the Wings of the World Aviary. But enough about this handsome guy, because we have a comedian joining us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome out Stacy and Congo, her African gray parrot.
Hi! Thanks everybody, how you guys doing today? Excellent, glad to hear it. Congo and I are doing pretty well too. He is an African gray. You can kind of tell just by looking, right? Tough to get, much grayer than these little birds. They are very good at imitating the sounds that they hear in their environment. The thing is, not all parrots choose to do this mimicry behavior. But you're in luck this afternoon. Congo's an expert. He just doesn't live in a rainforest. He lives in our office. So the kind of sounds he hears in his environment are a little bit different than rainforest noises. Congo, can you test the mic, please? There we go. So one of those other environmental sounds. He's just never met a frog, so he doesn't know what they sound like. But he has met you folks, and I think he likes you. Congo, give him a high four. Look at that. That is fancy. Thank you. I know, that's all you can do when you have 4 toes, like parrots here. Now, Congo has a little story to tell you guys. You see, there are people out there in the wild stealing wild animals like him out of their natural homes and selling them illegally into the pet trade. These people are not our favorites. Every time that we talk about them, Congo gets a little upset. So, Congo, why don't you tell everyone what you think of poachers? Yeah. See, nobody likes poachers. Yeah. I'm not so sure that he is, but he is the cutest guy that I get to work with all day. Is that okay? Okay. Good. You never want to give unwanted compliments, ladies and gentlemen. Let's ask again. Really? Okay. Yes. I think it's okay with him. But I see that Jen is back on stage. I'm pretty sure she wants her show back. We just have 1 or 2 more vocals left to do, Jen. Congo, how about your cell? Loudest cell phone ever, ladies and gentlemen, right here covered in feathers. But it is time for us to go. Everyone here thinks you're funny. Congrats yourself, my friends. But I think it's time for us to say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you again next time. Thank you.
Nicknamed the Marching Eagle, joining us from our hillside is Karani Tamba, our female secretary bird. Now, as this girl makes her way to stage, check her out. She's got legs and she knows how to use them. She's gonna walk right up to her prey in that tall savanna grass and stomp her prey to death. Thick hammer-like toes enable swift kicks to the prey. It's also thought that those long tail feathers will distract the snake, not knowing which end of the bird to strike at. Now don't worry too much because the secretary bird is also equipped with thick scales covering their legs, making a snake bite ineffective. That means that this girl can hunt even venomous reptiles out there in Africa. Or here at the bird show, a plastic snake you can get at our gift shop. You get the idea, ladies? So close to extinction, there were just 22 birds left in the world. That's it. Here at the park, we of course wanted to do whatever we could to help out, but at the time, not a lot was known about the California condor, and we didn't have a lot of time to study them. So we turned to their closest cousin, the Andean condor. Once we applied all the information we learned from those birds to our California condor recovery program, we saw huge success. In fact, here we were the first to hatch and raise a California condor, and today there are over 400. Half those birds hatched here and now flying free out there in the wild. A huge conservation success. One that we could not have accomplished if it weren't for you. You are our heroes for wildlife, supporting our conservation efforts each and every day. We also would not be where we are if it weren't for the help of that Andean condor. Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to meet a young juvenile female Andean condor. She'll be joining us on the left-hand side of our stage, so focus your attention this way. because you're about to see a pretty impressive bird. One of the largest flying birds in the world, ladies and gentlemen. She weighs nearly 20 pounds, and she sports a very impressive wingspan. In fact, it is the second largest wingspan found anywhere on our planet, second only to the wandering albatross. She's going to make her way all the way up to that hillside to get some altitude. Then she's going to show off that beautiful wingspan for you in our little Kodak moment. So get those cameras ready, folks, because this is a very beautiful flight down the stage. Now, Suyana is just about to start sporting her mature plumage. Right now, she's got a light silver edge. Those are going to get more prominent as she gets bigger. But what I want you to look at is the wingspan. Suyana, come on down here, baby girl. Come on, sweetie. That wingspan, there it is, 10 feet across, ladies and gentlemen. This is Suyana, our beautiful Andean condor. Now, these enormous birds have been seen soaring at some impressive heights. We're talking higher than 21,000 feet in the air. If you're keeping track, that's higher than the highest point here in North America, which is Mount McKinley in Alaska. These birds soar higher than that. Show. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye. If you did not get enough of our beautiful birds, ladies and gentlemen, we've got another animal ambassador waiting to meet you at our flagpoles as you exit. Our little jaybird will be accepting donations for our wildlife conservation this afternoon. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
She's got the branch with her back. She's 57.
Не знаю, почему Tyre hair?
No, but you know, to make sure it's like the states, time inside. Oh, I guess that's what she has one tooth.
Вот, мы его поймали, да, вот он. Я там его сняла, только за. Он туда-сюда, главное, ходит. Сейчас обратно пойдет.
Назад пойдет. Он, смотри, какой красавец.
Он красуется, тут ходит.
Вау.
Вот близко. Это 2 метра буквально до него.
Ой, какой красивый.
Как по подиуму ходит такой.
Ага.
Это тигренок ведь, да? Это не крупный?
Да, это не крупный.
Маленький.
Молодой.
Можно сфоткать прямо когда он будет проходить.